Hi, my lovelies, and welcome to my channel.
I'm in it like a tattoo. The way you wear that dress, they gonna attack you. Way you look at me, baby, I got you.
So today, as how they say, we're gonna talk about how to get a job. Cause for me, when I was trying to get a job, that thing was definitely difficult. I don't know why either, cause it should not be that hard to get a job. It should never be that hard to get a job. So I'm gonna there's some key points into it. I got a job when I'm pretty sure I was 16, cause it's when we moved. I mean, technically for me though, it was easier because of one, where I moved to, and also two, because COVID was a thing. And it was around that time where people were like, oh, I'm not working no more. So I was like, I'm gonna eat that up right there. I'm gonna eat that one, that little one too. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that up. So I was like, I'm gonna go get me a little job. And plus, I've been saying I want a job. That's been all my goal. I was like, I want a job, I want a job, I want a job. So then, when I was 16, we moved the beginning of my junior year. Where I live, there's fast food restaurants on it, because I live on a main street. Technically, you could say I live on a main street, but I live on a main street. And so there was just a lot of restaurants and stuff around there, and I was like, you know what, this should be simple. So I put an application. Actually, no. So before I even did all that, I went about it. There's a thing about, I don't know, I'm gonna give y'all a little advice. If you're going for something and you want it really bad, don't tell nobody about it. It might be bad because you want to talk to your parents about it, you want to talk to this, but don't. Just go for it, and after you go for it, then you can be like, alright, cool, that's done. I didn't scout places. I went with the first place I knew would be easier. It was walking distance. It was just very simple. I was like, I don't really need to do too much. In my head, I was like, I don't really need to do too much. At first, I was gonna do Walmart, and I was like, yeah, that's a basic area I can go. That's fine. It wasn't that far from my house. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. So I was like, maybe Walmart might be the move. Then I was like, I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one, but I was like, I don't know about that one. So I then chose, my first job was Burger King. I can put little clips in here of my little back in the day thing. But yeah, my first job was Burger King. The experience, I don't know. The experience, it helped me a lot, customer service wise, because I'm not big on talking to people. I really am not big on talking to people, but that really helped me. I don't know, if you're not big on talking to people, I feel like a good place to start is in the fast food industry. Clothing is good, but maybe start in the fast food industry, so you really because you have to talk to people. You're forced to talk to people no matter where you're at, even if you're in the kitchen. I would recommend starting fast food wise, but if it doesn't work out, clothing is always there. Clothing stores are always there and stuff like that, so you could always try that. So I went in there, I put an application, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, putting them applications, call them folks. My first thing, put an application, right? That's first. Application and sign up for it, blah, blah, blah. After that, call them folks. Give them I would say 2 to 3 business days. 2 to 3 business days, maybe even less than that. Call them. You call them first, then you talk to the hiring manager. Talk to the hiring manager. And then ask them oh, I'm calling to hear the status on my application. Make sure you say all that. Just call them, talk to them. And then after they see that you're consistent, for me it was not the first time. It was definitely maybe the second or third one that they were okay, yeah, I can get an interview on this day. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I showed up and stuff. And she was very nice. She was very nice. I was like, oh, this is nice. This is cool. Make sure you ask the question that you need to ask. For me, at that time, I was, I was wearing skirts. So one of my main things was, like I have to wear a skirt because my mom's not gonna let me walk out the house in pants. So one of my main things I asked her was, am I allowed to wear my skirts? Because I'm like, I'm not gonna take this job if I can't wear it. And she was like, oh, that's fine. Like, I don't really care. I was like, thanks. Like, I like you for that. So yeah, that was my first job. I got that within maybe like a week or two, and I started working there. It was cool. My experience was, I don't know. I loved that place for like the experience. Would I work back there again? No, because y'all folks, man. Let me not say y'all. Unfortunately, I was on my name. But customer wise, no. Like, So I don't know about that, but yeah, it was good. So key points here is to scout your area. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, scout that area. Make sure you know like the area around you, like, and also make sure you have transportation. If you can get there, tell them that you can get there. If it's in walking distance, that's even better, because they're gonna definitely call you in if you're in walking distance. They're gonna be like, oh, I mean, you're right there, you can just come on over. If somebody calls out, more money, I guess, but still walking distance. One thing I'm gonna say, if a customer is rude to you, you can give that same energy back. The customer is not always right. Don't try to beat yourself up if they're yelling at you. Don't try to beat yourself up. Make sure you're really close with your... Actually, another thing. Make sure that your like group of... They're going to be considered your family now because you're working with them. But make sure that they're really good people, because my boss and stuff and all my coworkers stood up for me. They were not playing that. Like, you're not yelling at me. Who are you yelling at? Because it's not me. So make sure your people are good people. Make sure who you work with, you're good friends with them. I wouldn't say good friends, but like at least good colleagues. Like, they like you or stuff like that. Like, don't be making enemies at work, because that really can just. But I don't know. Just keep your head up. You'll be good. You'll be good. You'll be good. Put an application. Call them 2 to 3 days. If they say no, on to the next one. Then on to the next one. And don't get discouraged, because most of the times, if they say no, that job was never for you. There's another job out there way better than that. And for me, I rushed the process with finding my first job, but I don't regret it at all. If you want to rush the process, okay? Because you're going to learn either way. Like, if it was a bad job for you, and even if you got the job and it was a bad job for you, you learned. You moved on, and you definitely going to find another one along the way, because you learned from that first one. So don't beat yourself up about it. Another thing, a bright side about fast food working is that at the end of the day, guess what? You're gonna be bringing home free food. Girl, I was hungry, okay? I was eating a little snack, and then I was bringing home my little free food. Because guess what? I worked in a fast food joint, so I was bringing home free food. I low-key miss it though, but I don't miss it that much to go back. I'm okay. I'll do like a little nice little desk job, working corporate world. That's not my job, actually, y'all. That's not my job at all. But I'll do a nice little desk job, a nice little some. I don't know. We'll see what I actually do. But yeah, that's my little guide to getting a job at early age, because I definitely got mine at 16, and now I'm 19. Just so y'all know, I'm 19 years old. I'm not grown yet. Apparently, I'm not grown. My boss be telling me that I'm not grown, but I'm gonna be grown one day, but not today. But yeah, that's my little, I would say my little guide to helping you all that are trying to find a little a job, not a little job, trying to find your first job. Just don't stress about it. There's always better opportunities out there. But there's always better opportunities out there, and you know, I'm religious, so like God works in mysterious ways. So don't be frightened too much about it. Yeah, but that's it. I'm pretty sure I hit all the points I need to hit in here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.